Hello friends, this is class 6th, subject English. Today we are going to do lesson number 11, voice of PC Ren's grammar, and this is going to be our lecture number 1. The topics which we are going to cover in today's class are meaning and rules. There are two types of voice, active and passive voice. The cat drank the milk, or the milk was drunk. Both have same meanings, but the first one, the cat drank the milk, is in active voice, and the next one is the milk was drunk is in passive voice. Voice are of two types. First one is active voice and the second one is passive voice. Meaning. Now I would like to explain you the meaning of the same. Consider the following sentences. Sentence number 1, the cat drank the milk, and the sentence number 2, the milk was drunk by the cat. There is practically no difference in the meanings of the above two sentences. The cat drank the milk and the milk was drunk by the cat. There are two different ways of presenting the same thing. But in the first sentence, the subject performs the action. The subject is the cat. The cat is performing the action of drinking the milk, whereas in the second sentence, the subject of the verb is acted upon. Means the subject becomes passive. In the first sentence, the subject is active, and the second one, when the subject is placed in the place of object, it becomes passive. It means the subject of the first sentence becomes the object of the verb of the second sentence. You can see the cat, in the first sentence the cat is written in the beginning and this is the subject, and in the second sentence the cat becomes passive and it is written in the place of object. The voice shows whether subject performs the action or the subject receives the action. Active voice. When the subject of the verb acts, the verb is said to be active voice. Or we can say the doer of the action is in the place of subject, that is active voice. For example, Hari made a mistake. The doer of an action is Hari. Lata is singing a song. Here the subject is Lata and this is doer of an action. Lata is singing a song. Passive voice. When the subject of the verb receives the action, the verb is said to be in passive voice. For example, in this, the subject of active voice becomes the object of the passive voice, and the object of the active voice becomes the subject of the passive voice. So, when we change active voice into passive voice, we interchange subject and object. The subject of active voice becomes object of passive voice, and the object of active voice becomes the subject of passive voice. For example, a mistake was made by Hari. If I say Hari made a mistake, and if it is changed into passive voice, it will be like this: a mistake was made by Hari. Similarly, if I say Lata is singing a song, and if it is changed into passive voice, it will be a song is being sung by Lata. Now, how to change active voice into passive voice? Active voice emphasis on the doer or performer, while passive voice emphasis on the result or receiver. Now, the dog chased the cat. You can clearly see the dog, which is underlined, double underlined, this is subject. Chased is verb phrase. The cat is object. Now, you can see the orange arrow where the object of active voice becomes the subject of passive voice. The cat becomes subject and the dog becomes object. The cat was chased by dog. You can see that we use by in most of the cases for changing active voice into passive voice. Now, I'm going to tell you steps to change the voice. Subject of active voice becomes the object of passive voice. Object of the active voice becomes the subject of the passive voice. Form of be is added in passive voice. Form of be is MR, was, were. Form of be is MR in present tense, was, were in past tense. Being in continuous tense, been in perfect tense. There are four types of tenses, right? So these things are added. By is added before the object of the passive voice. You need to keep these things in the mind while changing active voice into passive voice. Now, pronouns are changed as under. I is changed into me. We is changed into us. For example, if I say, I bought a book. A book was bought by me. So I is placed, if it is placed in the place of subject, we'll use I. If I is used as an object, we'll use me. For example, we played football. Football was played by us. You remain you. He is changed into him. She is changed into her. It will remain same. They will be changed into them. Number 5th rule. Past participle form of the verb is used under the form of be. Tense of the verb is not changed, only its form is changed. That is, tense of the verb remains the same. Vague subjects like someone, somebody, everybody, everyone, people, etc. are dropped in passive voice form. It means we do not write such words like someone, somebody, everybody, everyone, people like this. Active voice. Someone broke the window. Now you can see broke is second form of break. The tense will remain same. We will just add be form of the verb. The window is object in the sentence. It will become subject. The window was broken. We always use third form of the verb in passive voice. The window has become our new subject, which was object earlier. Then we added be form of the verb. As we know, broke is second form of the verb and broke shows that this is past tense. For past tense we use was or were. As window is singular, then we'll use was. And we always use third form of the verb in passive voice, so broken has been used. The window was broken. Tense chart for changing auxiliary verb. Do or does, that is in simple present tense, is changed into is, am, are. In present continuous tense, when we use is, am, are plus ing form of the verb, that is changed into am being, is being, are being. In present perfect tense, has, have will be changed into has been, have been. Simple past tense, whether it is did or second form of the verb, that will be changed into was or were. It means we'll use be form of the verb in all these tenses. Past continuous tense, was being, were being. Past perfect tense, had will be changed into had been. Simple future tense, will or shall will be changed into will be, shall be. Can, must, may, etc. will be changed into can be, must be, like this, maybe. All main verb forms are changed to third form of verb, that is past participle. As I told you, from when we change active voice into passive voice, we use third form of the verb. Okay. Affirmative sentence. Subject is changed into object, object is changed into subject, auxiliary verb is changed accordingly, as I told you the rules of tenses as well. in place of main verb, there will be third form of main verb. For example, Swati eats apple. This is in active voice. It will be changed into apple is eaten by Swati. As I told you, when there is present indefinite tense, we use is mr. So apple is third person singular, for that we use is. Apple is eaten by Swati. Batsman has hit the ball. The ball has been hit by batsman. Okay. Now, this is the time to assign you homework. Revise voice and learn all the rules of voice. Thank you so much for listening to me patiently and carefully. Thank you.